Hello and welcome. What's up, everybody? Thank you for clicking on the video, and it is good to be back with you here once again. If you watched my last video, I gave you guys a channel update and talked to you about some of the things that I was going to be doing in the coming days. Well, about as soon as I stopped recording on that video, my phone rang and I got the call that it was popping off down south. So I stopped everything I was doing. I packed up my tubs and my coolers. We hooked Junebug up to the loaner and we hit the road. We headed south and man, we had a good trip. I just now got back into town and I spent every waking minute since I walked back in the door here rebuilding and cleaning the entire studio out here in the garage. This is where I shoot a lot of the videos, as you guys know. It's also where I edit the videos, something you might not know. I sit out here at this table right here and edit the videos, and everything out here was just in disarray. So I had to go through the entire garage. I got it all cleaned up. I'll show you a little bit of how it looks in here right now, just so you guys can get a glimpse at the current state of things here in the garage and just see how it looks in here where I shoot and edit my videos. So now that I have this place cleaned up and back in order and I'm back home, I'm ready to get back on the grind. Like I said, I headed down to South Texas and I had a blast down there. We got about 3 solid days of fishing footage. Lots of fish catches, lots of hook sets, couple dragons. We took Junebug off into backwoods waters like we have never taken the boat off into before. We were way off into some stuff. I can't wait to share some of this footage with you guys. So the on the water content will be rolling pretty steady in the next few videos, but the name of the game in this one is an unboxing. That's right, we're gonna kick off this homecoming with a new unboxing video. I've had these boxes here for a while and I actually meant to shoot this video before I left out of town, but you got to get it while the getting's good, especially with as tough as it's been for me this winter. When I found out those fish were popping off, I pretty much dropped everything, hopped in my truck and hit the road. And man, I'm glad I did, because I had a blast in South Texas. Man, I can't wait for you guys to see these videos. But like I said, right now we're gonna go ahead and crack open these boxes that you see behind me here on the table. There's a little bit of an echo in here because I've like cleaned it up so much. There's not a lot of stuff in here. I got rid of a lot of stuff that was in the garage and I'm really stoked on how it turned out, man. It's really clean. Everything's clean. Even the floor is clean in here. Like there's no dust or dirt anywhere. I went full-blown mom mode in this place. And yeah, okay, I'll shut up talking about the garage. I'm just really happy with the way everything turned out in here. But let's go ahead and break down this unboxing. The big box here is full of what I'm gonna refer to as sleeper heaters. Some baits that I think if you're not looking at, you should look at. So we're gonna go through these one by one together and talk about them. I'm gonna tell you guys what I like about each bait, maybe how I fish them, what I would use to fish them. I'll talk about the things that I can think of to talk about as we go through this bottom box here. And this top box here is the new heat, the Swank66X small profile grass fishing crankbait. Can't wait to get my hands on this and take an up close and personal look at the new Swank66X from 6th Sense Fishing with you guys together. That's what's in this top box right here. No surprises, no secrets. Sleeper heaters, the new Swank66. Let's get into it. All right, first up, the box full of sleeper heaters. I'm gonna link individually each one of these baits down below in the video description. So if you guys see anything in this box that you're interested in scooping, everything will be down below in the video description. And as always, don't forget JR10 for the win. JR10 is gonna save you 10% off everything on the website, 6thsensefishing.com, to score these heaters. Let's get into this unboxing. I'm stoked, man. Haven't done one of these in a minute. We now return to your regularly scheduled programming. Sleeper heaters, let's get into it. It's a large size satchel here at the top of this box. Nice. Man, I don't even know where to begin. Right here. We're gonna start with the outerwear. I wanna show you guys something, man. These 6th Sense sun masks, straight up, we're gonna get to the baits here in a second, but I've been using these things like crazy here. Even in the winter, especially in the winter almost. Seems like I use them more in the winter. They work great in the summer too. They're breathable. They're made for protecting your skin against the sun, but you can never have enough of these bad boys. Rap Swirl, Texas Bass, and Mountain Goat are the 3 colors that I went with. Check out this Rap Swirl though. I wanted to show you guys this one. Check that thing out, dude. And what's cool about these is they work even with the beard. And they're not so freaking tight on my face like some other sun masks out there. Dude, this one looks sick. Yes. That's Rap Swirl. Dope. Yeah, I have a little box over here where I keep all my sun masks. And a lot of times when I'm heading out, I'm like, oh, what do I need? What do I need? Oh, sun mask. And I'll just go over and grab one. Always keep a few of these bad boys on hand. But let's get into the baits. Sleeper heaters. Let's get that beard back in order. Oh man, there is some fire in this box. I'm gonna kick it off right here with one of the coolest lipless crankbait colors. Dude, you wanna imitate an injured bait fish, this right here is how you do it. This is the Quake Thud 70. It's a 1/2 ounce lipless crankbait. This color right here, Clayton's Shiner. Look at this, man. Bait fish imitator, but injured. You got the little blemish, you got the blemishes on there. That's gonna mimic a fish that's not doing so good. And those bass will target bait fish that have broke off from the school. Easy meal, easy to track down, easy to hunt, injured. They'll key in on those weaker fish. That right there is a sleeper heater. A lot of these baits that you're gonna see in here, I've never showed you here on the channel before, but I wanted to get in some new stuff, some different stuff, some stuff that you guys haven't seen, and that's what gave me the idea to do this sleeper heaters video. A lot of these are gonna be colors and baits that we've never seen here on the channel before. Next up, this is one of their newer offerings. This is the Munch 40, but this color right here is a PB getter. I have had so many people message me and tell me that they have caught their PB on the black magic color. If you are a pond angler and you fish murky water and you're looking for something that you can bang around in the ponds, in that dirty water, this black magic Munch 40 right here is the deal. I like the lip on this. It's like slightly opaque. It's not totally clear. Just look at the color on this, man. Solid black. You got the Chartreuse on the belly with the orange accent right there on the chin. And then you got my favorite feature, those eyes. Dude, that's a killer. The Munch 40, the black magic, sleeper heater. Next up, this is another Quake 70. This one right here, loud. Check it out. Boom. That cherry limeade. This one right here is about to be a killer. Springtime, they're gonna be smoking the reds. Look at the color on this thing. Just absolutely beautiful. It's like a very bold, almost red grapefruit color with a lime green accent on the top. Those same killer looking 3D eyes. Killer color in the Quake 70. Let's keep it rolling here. What else do we got? I'm gonna keep it rolling with the lipless train here. This next one, they came out with this color like a year ago. As soon as I saw it, I was like, whoa, check this out. This is the Bluegill. Right near the beach. Boy! Check it out, man. That Rasta look. You got the red, you got the yellow, you got the green, and you got those beautiful turquoise accents on the gill plates. Amazing looking bait right there, man. Amazing looking bait. That's the Bluegill Quake 70. It's about to be lipless time, boys. Springtime, bluegill. That's a heater. Let's see what else we got. Next up, another Quake Thud 70. A couple of these have been Quake Thud 70s. A couple of these have been regular Quakes. What's the difference, you ask? Well, let's go ahead and break that down right now. This one right here that I just pulled out, boiled crawfish Quake 70 Thud, compared to this original Quake 70. You can hear the high-pitched rattles in the regular 70 compared to that low-pitched knocker that's in the Thud. You got the knockers versus the rattles. That's the difference between the Quake Thud and the Quake 70 OG. Here's another Thud, killer color. Shad Greens, one of my favorites. If you're fishing clear water like me, and you want a nice, natural, subtle, non-intimidating color to mimic those bait fish, that right there, Shad Greens is the one. This is one of my favorite colors in the Crush 50. Super sleeper heater. Once again, every one of these baits directly linked down below in the video description, line by line. Go check them out. If you pick up some of these baits, please send me a screenshot so that I can give you a shout out on my Instagram. I like to share the love, tag you guys up on my story anytime you use my JR10 code. So if you see anything in this video that you like, check out that video description, click the link, go pick it up, use that code to save yourself some money and send me a screenshot so that I can give you a shout out. There's a lot of baits in here, dudes. We got a lot of baits to go through. Another Quake Thud. This is another really awesome, unique color on the other end of the spectrum from the boiled crawfish or these bright colors like this. We're gonna go to Collin's Craw. This one, Super dark, but unique. Boom. That right there, the Cajun Craw. I feel like a lot of people are sleeping on this one. I don't know that many people throw this, but if you're fishing murky water, dude, look at that freaking thing, dude. Got that blue accent there on the forehead, black body, dark blue belly. Got that thud knocker in there. And as always with all 6th Sense baits, you're getting premium, laser sharp black nickel hooks and hardware. You do not have to switch out anything. They're ready to go straight out of the package. And that Quake right there in Cajun Craw is a sleeper heater. Another new one that you've never seen here on the channel. Let's keep it rolling. I'm trying to get through all the Quakes really quick, and then we're gonna start moving into some Squarebills. I got a lot of hard baits in here, guys. Don't worry, this is gonna be a fun video. But before we start ripping into Squarebills, let's take a look at this one right here. The Hyperjerk 70 in 4K Bluegill. Sleeper heater. 5,000. Look at this thing. It looks like a freaking custom painted bait, but it's not. I mean, that's just a beautiful little bluegill sunfish imitator. I mean, I can't even describe everything that's going on. It's just too much. You got golds, greens, bronze, orange, red, blue. I mean, dude, this thing is just a freaking smoke show of a color. Beautiful Hyperjerk 70. This is a small profile, hard plastic jerk bait. A little bit different from like the Flush or the Provoke. This is like the middle ground, the in-between. This is the one you want to pick up when you're looking to show them something a little bit different. Pitching and twitching, subsurface, erratic action. That Hyperjerk 70, super heater. But let's keep it rolling, man. Let's keep it rolling. Next up, let's see what we got. I'm gonna have to start rolling through here, man. We got a bunch of baits to cover in this video, so I'm gonna crack out 3 at a time here. These next 3, we're gonna cover a broad range of colors. We're gonna hit all ends of the spectrum here. This is the Curve 55 Finesse Squarebill. In the center here, you got boiled crawfish. Over here, you got that 4K shad, the OG original shad imitator. That right there, one of my favorite colors ever. Caught so many big fish on this exact bait right here. And this one over here is the Rayburn Ghost. Ghost look, clear body with the purple accents. 3 sleeper heaters. Actually, that 4K shad, you know, that's not even a sleeper. We've been talking about that one here for years, but those other 2, don't sleep on the boiled crawfish or the Rayburn Ghost in that Curve Finesse Squarebill. Love that Squarebill. I've caught literally hundreds of fish on that thing, and you can watch me lighting them up on this color, especially here on the channel. These 2 right here, tough to beat. Go grab one of each of these, and you're pretty much good to go no matter where you are in the country. You got something to cover all the bases. Super natural, super bright and bold, something in between, good to go. Next, that boiled crawfish is making an appearance steady in this video because it's a sleeper heater and I feel like not enough of us throw it. Look at this thing, the boiled crawfish, Curve 55. This is a little bit different. This is a medium diving, 57 millimeter, 3/8 ounce, dives 5 to 9 feet. This is probably my favorite mid-depth crankbait ever right here. The Curve 55, it's a little wiggle wart style bait, perfect mid-diver. And that boiled crawfish, gonna light them up this spring. Don't sleep on the boiled crawfish, I'm telling you guys. JR10 for the win, you know the deal. All right, we got a lot more of these baits to cover here in this video. I hope you guys are ready to look at some baits because it's still stacked and we still got some more over here, and then we still have to look at the new Swank66X. So grab a drink and some popcorn and get comfortable because there's a lot of baits to look at here. Next up, it's another Curve 55. This is that 4K shad. I talked about it before. I'm gonna keep talking about it because really, it's one of my favorite colors. There's a look at it up close. Nice natural white body with a little bronze and silver accent on the back. That's it, dude. Curve 55. I ain't mad at it. Sleeper heaters going down in this episode. I'm getting into Squarebills now. This is Crush 50X Squarebill crankbait, custom bluegill. This is another one that looks like it was like custom painted. It looks like this went through a custom painting process, but it's nope. And these paint schemes, man, on these 6th Sense baits are not to be played with. And that little custom bluegill right there, I mean, gosh, it's beautiful. Look at that thing. Blue forehead, got the green pumpkin on the back, orange and yellow sides, white belly, orange accents on the chin, red eyes. That custom bluegill is a custom sleeper heater. Yep, sleeper heater, no doubt. Keep it rolling. This one right here, the same bait, but the silent version. The Crush 50S. Shh. Hush mode, when you're trying to creep up on them, you don't want to make so much noise. This one's got no rattles, but this color right here, Wild Shad, there's another one. There's another one. It's just a killer natural shad baitfish imitator. It's just got a little bit of chartreuse pop there on the side. That's the difference. It's got that little lateral chartreuse pop. Also, a little pink there. Just a subtle little pink dot on the bottom. Give them something to key in. Oh, you know what I just noticed? Man, I don't know how well you guys see this on the camera, but the undercoat on the top is pure purple lavender. Oh, that's beautiful. Yep, that's gorgeous. So it's light bronze or gold on top of lavender on the top. Yeah, setting this one to the side, you're gonna tie that one on. Fire. That is the Crush 50S in Wild Shad. So far, that's my favorite thing to come out of this whole box now that I see it in person. A lot of these I've never seen in person myself, seeing them for the first time right along here with you guys. That one right there is my favorite so far, without a doubt. I'm gonna put that at the top of the list down below in the video description. Yeah, fire. All right, let's keep it rolling here. Next up, this one right here. I said we're gonna be talking about baits that were new to the channel, baits that we hadn't seen a lot of. This one right here is an exception to that rule, I'm afraid. This is one that we've seen plenty of. But this is one that I feel like you guys are sleeping on. I don't think enough of you guys are scooping the legendary Chester Cheeto himself, the Crush 50X Squarebill in Radiation Craw, AKA Chester Cheeto. This is my favorite Crush 50X color right here. And you guys are sleeping on it. So go scoop yourself some of these Chester Cheetos, man. Use that JR10 for the win. You can never have enough Cheetos. Literally, I have like 20 of these. I have multiple pegs back here on the tackle wall, stacked full of them. I cannot get enough. I never leave the house without a Radiation Craw Crush 50X. It's a sleeper heater and it had to be included in this order. But let's keep it rolling. All right, looks like I got a few more Crush 50s in here. We're gonna look at all of them right now. Let's check them out. I got 4 more to show you of the Crush 50s. These are all silent crankbaits right here in 4 sleeper heater colors. First up, let me show you this one. This is another natural one that almost looks like it could be a custom paint. This is baby bluegill, really natural, just a little bit less invasive, a little more subtle, not as bold and bright on the color. So you got this, really it's like a gray green on top. It's faded green pumpkin. And then you've got almost gold diamond pattern scales on the side, black vertical lines, black accent around the gill plate, red eyes. Man, that gray green around the forehead and around the back is just so good looking. Yeah, that's a beautiful little bluegill imitator right there. Or baby bass imitator, Guadalupe bass imitator, smallmouth bass imitator. Bass, they go crazy, man. They'll eat each other. There's some maniacs. Bass eat other bass. Ask me how I know. Next up, another Crush 50 in that Rayburn ghost color. We looked at that one earlier, so I'll just let you get a peek at it through the package there. Clear body, purple with bronze and gold accents. This next one though, dude, this one right here, you're definitely sleeping if you don't have this in your arsenal. This is one of my favorite colors ever. And I don't know if they're gonna bring it back after the current stock sells out. This right here is the Cajun Craw, and the thing I like about this is that it's like a flat finish paint job. It doesn't have a gloss finish to it. There's no shine to it, but it's an incredible crawfish imitator. Beautiful, light, bright, almost neon orange, red accents to mimic some injuries there. Then you got the black crawfish style vertical lines, black back, beautiful blue, green, fade, iridescent eyes. Dude, that right there is one of my favorite colors ever. The Cajun Craw, super sleeper heater. And I know not enough of you guys are out there throwing this one. Check it out. JR10 for the win. Next up, the last Crush 50 in the whole unboxing. So we're gonna take a look at today. This one is called Black and Blue Craw. Kind of similar to the Black Magic, but it's just rocking the black and blue. And I feel like this is a murky water killer. This one is glossed out. It's got that gloss finish. It's shiny, but just solid dark black, blue accents. Just a beautiful bait. Beautiful bait for murky, super murky, muddy water. Bold, stand out. Kapow! The Black and Blue Craw Crush 50S. That's the silent hush mode. No rattles. All right, that's all the Crush 50s. Got a good little pile of baits here on the table so far. Let's keep rolling through this unboxing. We looked at Crush 50s. Now let's bump it up a step and look at Crush 100s. I got several of these bad boys in here I want to show you as well. The Crush 100X. It's the next step up from the Crush 50. And here are a few sleeper heater colors. Again, boiled crawfish. If you're not throwing the boiled crawfish in the Quake, the Crush 50, the Curve Finesse, or the Crush 100X, you're absolutely sleeping in the springtime. Boom. That right there is a new PB getter. Dude, this is another one that's sort of impressing me now that I have it out of the package. It's a bait that I don't currently own, at least not in this color. I think that might be my second favorite thing to come out of this unboxing so far. Beautiful, bright orange body, black accents, gold accents, black eyes, red back, black forehead, premium hooks and hardware. Crush 100X and boiled crawfish, it's a must-have. It's a sleeper heater, but so are these two. Check it out, man. Beautiful, bright, bold, couple Crush 100s in Crawfire and Mudgill. Sleeper heaters for dirty water. Next up, these two. I'm adding these to my Squarebill crankbait box right here. I needed these, I didn't have these. This is Chartreuse Black Back and Black Magic in the Crush 100X. Let's go ahead and crack them out of the box. You guys know when I do these unboxings, I like to take these baits out of the packages and let you get an up close and personal look at some of these paint schemes. But one thing that's for sure is that these two right here are some sleeper heaters, boys. We went over this Black Magic color earlier. That's the same thing, just amplified to the 100 size Squarebill. And this right here, this Chartreuse Black Back, it's one of my favorite colors, man. Red eyes, got that orange accents on the chin, black back. Couple killer Crush 100s. These going in my Squarebill box for sure, along with that boiled crawfish smoke. And last but not least, another color that we talked about earlier, but one that you gotta have, especially if you're fishing clear water with shad, that 4K shad. Get a little bit more detailed look at the paintwork on that 4K shad, on that bigger Squarebill. And there is a quick size comparison for you guys of the Crush 50 compared to the Crush 100. Super sleeper heater. Let's keep it rolling though. Next up, I have one more Quake I want to show you. This is the Quake 80 Suspending in Gold Reactor. So this is a little bit larger profile, lipless crankbait. It's gonna suspend. You be burning that thing, stop it, and it's just gonna chill right there in the water column, suspended in front of that fish's face, hopefully enticing them to smoke it. That Gold Reactor, you got the gold shiny sides, black back, orange belly, red eyes, and that Quake 80 is loud. That thing makes some noise. Super sleeper heater. It's a little bit beefier on the size on the Quake 80. Let's keep it rocking and rolling here. I got a couple more Crush crankbaits I want to show you. These are the minis. These are for you guys that don't want to have to go out and buy a dedicated crankbait setup, or even for you guys that like throwing spinning setups. I mean, in all reality, these next two baits are crankbaits that you could absolutely throw on spinning gear if one were so inclined. These are the Crush Mini 25X. Gorge, Gill, and Sexified Chartreuse Shad are the colors. Sexified Chartreuse Shad is one of my favorites. It was one of the first two colors that I ever bought from 6th Sense. This color, along with the Chester Cheeto, were the first two crankbaits that I ever owned from them. And man, I caught a lot of fish on this color right here, but this is a smaller profile. The Mini Crush 25X, small profile crankbait, even compared to the 50 is small. So you could definitely get away with throwing this bait on lighter gear, no issue. And that Gorge Gill, dude, it looks like a baby little bluegill. The glitter that is in this color is insane. It's got like cosmic blue, green, gold, silver, flake running all through this bait. This Gorge Gill is so beautiful. You have to see it in person. The camera just does not do it justice. This is another killer that I'm gonna link up towards the top. Seriously, go check out this Mini Crush 25X and Gorge Gill if you're looking for a good pond crankbait. It's something you could even throw on a spinning setup, man. The mini crankbaits, 6th Sense has it all. But on the total opposite end of the spectrum, they also have the Magnum cranks for you guys that like to target those big bites. And this one right here, the Cloud 9 Mini Mag in Ghost Shad scales. Look at this. I've never seen this color before. I don't know what the heck I was thinking. I've been sleeping. I'm about to order me some more of this one. Look at this. Ghost Shad scales. See-through body. It's clear. You can see through there. I don't know how well you can tell on the camera, but it's see-through. You got those beautiful iridescent scales, 3D scales on the side of the body, And then you got that gold bronze accent fading into that dark silver, dark gray, little orange accent on the belly. I love that, dude. I love that see-through. It's see-through, but it still has the shiny scales on it. So it's subtle, but it pops. It's gonna throw out a lot of flash. When that sun hits it, it's gonna get those fish's attention. That right there might have just bumped up into like the #1 spot. Honestly, I think that's my favorite thing that I've seen come out of this unboxing. Like I said, guys, most of these baits are baits that I've never seen in person before. Checking them out here for the first time with you guys right here on camera. Oh, looks like I missed a Quake. We got one more Quake 80 suspending, and this is the Shad Burst color. This one's a little unique. It's a shad imitator, but it's also got some flash to it. As you can see, it's got that rainbow mirror finish on the gill plates, and that's gonna put out a lot of flash and get a lot of attention. Also, clear body, black lateral line, black accents around the eye. That Quake 80 suspending, freaking loud and proud. That Shad Burst, screaming color. Sleeper heaters, let's keep it rolling. Next up, I got a few Provoke 106X jerk baits I wanna show you. First up out of the Provokes, no surprise, it's one we've seen make an appearance here in this unboxing a couple times already. 4K Shad, super sleeper heater. Don't sleep on the 4K Shad, it doesn't matter the bait. Just scoop that color, I promise. You will not be disappointed. Next up, Ghost Pro Shad. This is probably my favorite shad color, like just for fishing clear water right here. Super subtle, super natural, clear body, dark gray, goldish orange accents around the front there, and then just a little red around the gill plate. Psh, beautiful. Little bronze tap on the tail. It's actually got like a lavender look. A little lavender, kind of super subtle, just like a, I don't know, like a lavender clear coat almost. You gotta see it in person. Ghost Pro Shad. My favorite natural clear water shad imitator right here. This one right here though, again, opposite ends of the spectrum, Vendetta. This one you need to get that attention. This got that foiled look to it, all that rainbow shine going on, bold royal purple on the back, and bright tangerine dream on the belly. And then you just got all those flash, all that color, all that signal, all that come eat me going on, the Vendetta. That's a super sleeper. Dude, that right there is gonna put off the flash, get those fish's attention. Got a couple more baits to look at here out of the sleeper heaters box, and then we're gonna get into the new Swank66X. Next up, this is another one of those smaller profile crankbaits I told you about earlier, the Crush Mini 25X. Again, black magic. If you're in a pond, or if you don't like having to have a dedicated cranking setup to throw crankbaits, check out those Mini 25Xs. You can get it done. Next up, this one right here is the only one of these that I have in this whole unboxing. It's a Crush Flat 75X flat-sided Squarebill crankbait. But the color is a super sleeper heater, so I had to include it here. 4K Bluegill. Let's break it down. Look at this beautiful freaking thing. It's got like gold green, green pumpkin on the back. Purple lateral line. I mean, it's a beautiful, it's a unique shade of purple. You got the orange accents on the belly, green eyes, blue nose. Gosh, that's a beautiful bait. That is a beautiful bait, man. That Crush Flat 75X. It's about to be time to start throwing that sucker too. All right, I got a few more here, and then we're gonna move on to the new. Next up, soft plastics. It's one of my favorite colors, Cinnamon Crave. Super sleeper heater right here. Look at this thing. May not look right now, but once it goes underwater, dude, this color looks like an earthworm under the surface of the water. Cinnamon Crave Ned Fry. The stick bait, you gotta have stick baits at all times. The Cinnamon Crave is a super sleeper heater. One of my favorite colors, and one that I had to include in this video. Next up, I got a few jigs here. All right, I'm gonna save the best for last. This one right here, up first, this one's Candy Bluegill. It's a 1/4 ounce Divine Swim Jig, Candy Bluegill. A lot of blue going on in this one, a lot of purple going on in this one. So let's take a look at this thing in detail and break down what's going on in this beautiful skirt. All right, so first off, you got the Divine Swim Jig, molded head, beautiful detail in the Divine Swim Jig head there. Quality hook, screw lock bait keeper system, probably my favorite thing about the jig. And then let's break down what's going on in the skirt here. You got watermelon red, green pumpkin with the red flake and the black accents. Then you got purple, lavender, light green, blue. A lot going on there. Beautiful little 1/4 ounce swim jig. Once again, that color is Candy Bluegill, and it is a sleeper heater. This one here is the hybrid jig, 3/8 ounce. A little bit different from the Swim Jig. This color is Dark Water Craw. I like this one because it's a perfect mix between black and blue and green pumpkin, which is good whether you're in clear water or whether you're in murky water. It's a really natural, bold-ish type of color. And now that I'm seeing it in person, honestly, this is another one of my favorite things to come out of this whole unboxing right here. This little jig right here is a freaking heater, dude. The skirt is just green pumpkin black and blue. Black head. Dude, that's rowdy. Let's grab one of these green pumpkin juice prawns off the tackle wall. Let's grab our Dark Water Craw hybrid jig. Bite off a little bit of the tail, going for a little more of a compact profile here. Got a little cold water going on, so let's go ahead and build a jig, shall we? Dude, I mean, I don't know, dude. What do you think? Freaking sleeper heater, dude. No doubt. Next up with the jigs, this is another Divine hybrid jig. This is my favorite color of these ones that I'm about to show you. This is Crawfish Drone. And let me just tell you why it's my favorite. Check out the head on this jig. It's green pumpkin with little black speckledy accents in the paint. As far as the skirt, green pumpkin, blue, and orange. Those are my three favorite colors for out here on my lake. I feel like I do best with like a small profile green pumpkin orange jig like this. Let's go ahead and build out one more. I'm grabbing another prawn, and for this one, I'm gonna go with Bluegill Fire. It's an excellent color to pair up with this Crawfish Drone hybrid jig. Check it out. Literally pairs up perfectly. Same deal. Bite off a little nugget. Spit your little nugget into the floor. No big deal. Let's build this jig out, boys. My Lord. My Lord, that's a good looking jig right there. Boom. Let's take a look at both of them. There's both of the jigs we just built out. Perfect color combinations coming out of this 6th Sense bait lab, guys. I mean, they think about everything that goes into these baits. And when they pair up together, I mean, they pair up together, dude. I mean, that looks so natural. It looks like it came built like this. Looks like they did it. So good. All right, there's all the sleeper heaters. Once again, guys, go down below, check out that video description. Check out these baits. Click around, snoop around, and if you decide to score any of these heaters for yourself, use that JR10 to save yourself a little bit of money and give me those screenshots so that I can give you a shout out on my Instagram. But let's keep this unboxing rolling. I'm really excited about this one. This is the new Swank66X, little funny lipped grass fishing crankbait. We're gonna take a look at it. I'm gonna talk a little bit more about it right here as soon as I find my pocket knife. So, a while back I went fishing with Casey and we were fishing the original Swank, the Swank66X, around really thick grass, and I was flabbergasted, chagrined by the ease with which the Swank came through thick grass. Being a treble hooked crankbait, it almost just didn't even make sense to me how well that bait will burn through thick grass with virtually no issue. I mean, it comes through that stuff with ease, and this right here is gonna come through grass with even easier, if that makes sense. This right here, smaller profile grass fishing crankbait, and I'm stoked on this. Just scooped myself a nice bundle of these bad boys. Let's take a look at what I went with. I think I got 2 of each color, so I don't want to be redundant. But anyways, I'm just gonna start grabbing them. This one right here is a color we looked at already in this video. This is Gold Reactor. And really, honestly, why I grabbed this one and had to grab this one is I saw Casey busting them on this color one time right in front of me with the Gold Reactor. So Boom. Gold Reactor Swank66X. Check out this L-shaped bill. For whatever reason, that just helps it cut through the grass like crazy. I don't know the science behind it. I'm not a bait builder. Some of you guys out there probably know the physics and the technology that goes into this and helps this come through the grass so well. I don't really worry about any of that stuff. All I know is it freaking works, and I'm stoked on the smaller profile. Let me grab the 77 off the tackle wall so that I can compare the two, show you the size differences. So here's the OG on the bottom, and then here's the new 66. Larger profile here, killer action. It's got a really unique swim to it, man. And when the fish eat this thing, boy, do they eat it. I mean, they mow it down. Let's keep it rolling. Take a look. There's another one of those gold reactors. Like I said, I think I got 2 of each of the swanks so that I would have a supply in case I found one that I really liked. I didn't want to just have one, so I got 2 of each. All right, next up, boom, Rayburn Ghost. This is another color that we looked at earlier here in this video. It's a sleeper heater. I told you guys, I picked it out for a reason, because it's a heater. But we're gonna take this one out of the package and look at it up close and personal. I don't think I opened up any of the other Rayburn Ghost baits that we looked at in this video. This right here will give you a nice, good idea of what's going on with this Rayburn Ghost. Really super see-through, clear body, subtle little yellow gold accent. Then it just fades into lavender and then dark smoke on the top. That little Swank66X, I can't wait to get into some thick. I wish I had these down in South Texas where I just was, but they were waiting for me when I got back home. We were fishing, dude. If you guys are ready to see some killer grass fishing, stay ready, because the videos that I have coming from down south with Captain Ron and Teacock, oh my gosh, man, so much fun. Hanging out down there with the boys. I had a blast in South Texas. A lot of fish catches, a lot of good times with the homies. Can't wait to share it with you guys. Stay ready. We will be back on the water fishing in the very next video. I promise. I promise, straight up. Next up, this one right here, Candy Apple Red. I didn't even realize this one was coming. I didn't even know this was, I didn't know this was happening. The Candy Apple Red, look at that thing, just beautiful. It speaks for itself. It speaks for itself. Candy Apple Red. My gosh, that's a beautiful color. As soon as it gets a little bit warmer, they're gonna be freaking roasting this thing. Another one, another sleeper heater that we've been talking about 36 times in this video. 4K Shad. It is one of my favorites. Could not pass it up. And that Swank66X. Smaller profile, grass fishing, crankbait. Next up, another Rayburn Ghost. Next up, another one of those Candy Apple Reds. Next up, the last color of the day, the Brown Eye Special. Probably the coolest name color out of all of them. That Brown Eye Special is definitely the coolest name and one of the coolest colors. Got 2 of those as well in the Swank66X. Black back, tangerine, orange, and red. Beautiful. Brown Eye Special. And that rounds out this sleeper heater / Swank66X unboxing. Hope you guys enjoyed taking a look at all of these baits with me. I know this was a little bit of a longer one. I know we had a little bit of a break, but now we're back in full swing. I'm back home, I'm filming, I'm editing, I'm failing upward on YouTube, and I'm so stoked to have so many of you guys riding along with me. Speaking of, thank you guys for helping me hit 41,000 subscribers here on the channel. We just colored in another bar on the subscriber board, and with your help, we'll be ripping our way onward to 50K in no time. Thank you guys so much for riding along with me. Once again, if you're interested in any of the sleeper heaters that I showed you in today's unboxing video, check out the video description. I'm going to link them all one by one down there, so you can go check them out, look at them on the website for yourself, maybe read a little bit more information about what 6th Sense has to say. And if you decide to scoop any of these sleeper heaters for yourself and go out there and catch yourself a monstro, use my code JR10 at checkout. That's going to save you 10% off your entire order. Using that code is absolutely the best way that you can support us over here. So if you like what we have going on YouTube, if you enjoy the fishing videos that we make for you for free over here, consider using that JR10 code. Help us keep this whole thing rolling. And as always, anyone who uses my code gets a shout out on Instagram. So make sure you get me those screenshots so that I can post you up and tag your account over there on the gram. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video. I sincerely appreciate each and every one of you, but that's about all I got for you today. That about does it. That about wraps her on up. So I'm gonna say goodbye for now, but I'll see you in the next one back out there on the water fishing. I'm out, man. Later.